What's up guys, this is Allcake, and I'm here today with a deck profile of my Tengu Plants deck, which I took to Nationals 2011 this past weekend. I did relatively well. I didn't day 2, but I got really close. I was X-1 all the way up to round 7, so I was 5-1. Actually no, all the way up to round 8, so I was 6-1. And then in round 8, in game 3 I made a misplay, and I lost. And then, it was game 3, overtime, I was about to win, and I lost because I made a misplay. And then to go on to day 2, all I had to do was win the next round, and then I had to play Black Wings, and I drew awfully. I was setting Crow, Valor, and it was awful. I had the worst hand, and he 2-0'd me really quickly because he had good shit and I didn't. So sometimes that's just what happens. Shit happens, so I got close. Maybe I'll get there next year. I did do 2012 regional qualifier, and I did get the invite for 2012 nationals and a mat and a binder, so that's nice. Anyway, onto the deck. This deck didn't test with it very much. I was originally going to take Birdman Tengu, then I changed my mind a week before. And I also just got tour guides literally on Friday, the day before, and just threw those in. So this deck was very preliminary, but I actually won most of my game 1s. Anyway, onto the deck. First we got the Plant Engine, Double Lone Fire, Dandelion, Spore, and Glow Up, Pika Spore, as always. Only one Raikou because I just feel like Mill is just not that good anymore. I mean, it's just there, but if I were to remake the deck, well, actually, I would just take this out. Instead of playing 1, just run 0. Double Debris Dragon, grab the Dandelion, go nuts. Really good. And then, of course, Triple Tengu, what makes the deck broken. This card is so good right now, ridiculously good. Just replaces itself. More synchro plays. One Zephyros, bounce a face-up card to your hand to summon this. So this card is really good, combos well with Call the Haunted, Limit Reverse, Tengu, Debris Dragon, summon Debris Dragon, grab a Valor from grave, and then bounce Debris Dragon, or not Debris Dragon, bounce Valor back to your hand with Zephyros, so now you've got a Valor in hand. Something like that. Double Valor, this is pretty much staple, this format. There's just so many monster effects running around. I'm maining a Crow. This is really good. I actually didn't play all too many plants like I thought I would, but Crow was still excellent. I played frogs and other decks like that, and even just against Reborn, so many times people are trying to Reborn something in their grave and I just Crow it. It's just so good in the main right now. Maxi, oh my god, such a good card, ridiculous. Whenever I had this, I won the game because they tried to go up, alright, discard Maxi, and then if they choose not to continue synchroing or special summoning, then I just stop them next turn with my own plays, and if they do, then I end the turn with a 10 card hand and just whoop their ass next turn. Just so good. Sangan, of course, grabs everything, pretty much everything in this deck. And then, as I said before, I got 2 tour guides. This is a really good decision to put in the deck. Tour guide is so good in here because it makes people waste Valor, it makes them waste Warning. It's alright, summon Tour Guide, and then they waste a Warning. Next turn I can use my Lone Fire, my Debris Dragon, or my Reborn. It's just so good. Free pluses. Double Caius. Caius is amazing. Some of my friends said that they wanted to run Ryza instead, because if you bounce Tengu with Ryza, or if you spin it, not bounce actually, if you spin it, then it goes on top of the deck and you don't get to special summon another one. But while I was playing in the tournament, I just pretended that Caius was a Ryza every time I drew it, and every time I was happy that it was a Caius and not a Ryza, so I'm glad I played Caius. He just removes stuff and he's just beast. And of course, Gores, you gotta run them. Even if you run a lot of back row, if they True Nade it, you want to have that OTK stopper. So that's 22 cards. Only thing I would change about the monster lineup is I would take out a Raikou. So onto the spells. Foolish, dump Dandelion, Spore, Glow Up, Zephyros. It's pretty good in this deck. Mind Control. I don't know. I'd probably take this out. I didn't really like it. Actually, I don't think I ever even used it. I run a lot of tuners, but it's just I don't know. It was pretty useless. I'd probably take this out for an enemy controller. 1-for-1, broken, wins the game. Double pot, you don't really need 3, because if you run 3, then odds are you're going to draw it dead sometimes. So 2 is just good enough. Book, staple, double MST, staple. True Nade, wins the game. Monster Reborn, and Dark Hole. That was 11 spells, and onto the traps. 1 limit reverse. This card is good. Some people aren't running anymore, but I still like it because it's almost like a Call of the Haunted in the sense that a lot of the monsters in your deck have less than 1,000 attack, which is restriction. Yeah, 1,000 attack. So like you can revive your Lone Fire, Sangan, that kind of stuff. It's good. And then of course Call of the Haunted. 1 Randy Dust Tornado because there's a lot of, first of all, for Samurai, because you know they've got those continuous spells, but also it's just like good. I know it's kind of like a fad recently, just everyone running the random Dust Tornado, but it does help with back rows a bunch. It's like, alright, instead of running 2 Raikou, I'm going to run 1 Raikou and a Dust Tornado. Mirror Force, Torrential Tribute, of course, the Solemn Brigade. Actually, one more note about Mirror Force. I know some people don't like it, and they're like, oh, your opponent can play around it. Honestly, this card is still broken. I mean, I don't care if they know I have Mirror Force, and they do have to play around it. It makes them waste resources and stuff. And a lot of times, they have to attack, and I'll just Mirror Force them. Like, one time, Mirror Forced an entire field of 4 monsters. It's just, you have to run this. Don't skip out on Mirror Force. Alright, so that was 8 traps. I was thinking about adding Dark Bribe. The 2 top decks, like in the finals, ran it. I don't want to be like a bandwagoner or anything, but it is good. Like, I hate getting True Naded and stuff and not being able to stop it. So if I have a setup, alright, and I have Dark Bribe set and a Solemn Warning, I know I pretty much have game. So I'll probably take out that 1 Raikou for a Solemn Warning or something, and then side the Raikou. So anyway, should I show the extra? I'll show the extra deck first. 1 Shooting Star. I still like this guy. A lot of people don't run him anymore, but I really think he needs to be there. 2 Trishula. I think you need 2. I don't think I ever went double Trish in 1 turn, but if you want to go another one, you don't manage to Pot of Avarice it back in the extra deck, then you're kind of screwed. So I like 2. Scrap Dragon, Stardust Dragon, Black Rose Dragon. Ancient Fairy Dragon, broke card. Not only does it like blow up spells or field spells, so like Gravekeepers and stuff, but it's a 3,000 wall. And the main thing that you can do with it is like, alright, summon Debris Dragon, bring back Dandelion, Synchro for this guy. Now you've got 2 tokens in the field. Use this effect to special summon a level 4 or lower monster from your hand. So special summon Glow Up Bulb or Spore, and then Synchro with a token, the level 1 tuner, in this guy for Trishula. Such a good play. Gaia Knight. I would take this guy out for a 2nd Librarian. I only ran 1 Librarian, even though I have like 3 of them, and I really never wanted to ever summon this guy, ever, so I'd replace him with a 2nd Librarian. Iron Chain, gotta run him. Bryanek, 1 Librarian, broke card, broke, but you gotta run 2. I know it's probably gonna get like banned or limited in the next ban list, but you gotta run 2. Cataster, of course, Armory Arm, and then 2 Formula Synchron. So that's it for the extra deck, obviously 15. And then onto the side. To be honest, I didn't really like my side deck that much. I didn't really test it at all. But anyway, 2 Cyber Dragon. Gotta run Cyber Dragon. Even if you don't run into any machine decks, you need it for beatdown decks. Honestly, I didn't think there would be a lot of those, like beatdown, anti-mana stuff, but there were a lot of them. I played like in the regional, I played the TG. I played 2 TG decks actually. Oh no! I played 1 TG deck, like the one that won the Nationals. I played one like that, and then I also played like Horn of the Phantom Beast, Scraps, and Cyber Dragon's just like, even though he can't really stand up to Horn of the Phantom Beast, he's just good against beater decks because he's just like a big 21 beater. Thunder King Ryo, side deck card of the format. Obviously, he stops like every deck. And he's even really good against plants. I love setting him in against plants because from personal experience, I know it's really hard to get around the Thunder King. 1900 attack. It's like you got to synchro and make them tribute it, but then you waste all your resources to synchro. 2 Banisher. I didn't really like this card. I ended up siding in against plants, but I didn't like it. I sided in game 2. I didn't like it, and I really only used it against frogs and fish and stuff like that, and it was good. But honestly, there are other cards you can use because I'm not gonna just side Banisher just for the one deck, the fish deck. So yeah, I'd probably take these 2 out, and I'll say later what I'll replace them with. 2 Puppet Plant, of course. Samurai, just steal their stuff. It's awesome. Second Dust Tornado for decks like Gravekeepers and Samurai. 2 Chain Disappearance. This card was okay. I would take out 1. You don't need 2 just because it's not as good as everyone thinks because it hardly ever works out. So I'd probably just run just 1. If you didn't notice, I'm not siding a second crow. I would replace 1 Chain Disappearance with a second crow. Oppression, broken. I mean, okay, actually I'm going to talk about this a bit more. You would think that it would conflict with my own deck, and it does. But it's just so good when you go and you special summon all your stuff, you synchro like a bunch of times, and then when it's their turn, they try to counter your synchro spam, then you oppression and you lock them down. So after you synchro summoned and special summoned all your monsters, then you activate oppression and then they're screwed. That's why it's good. And then, actually, oh god, I messed up the side deck, didn't I? Well, yeah, okay. Alright, so I sided 1 Deep Prison, and this is not a second Deep Prison. This, I'm gonna flip it over. This is supposed to be a Mind Control. I sided in Mind Control at the last minute. I had a second prison, and I took it out for a Mind Control because, not Mind Control, Mind Crush. Sorry, I'm a little flustered right now. Mind Crush. This was a Mind Crush. And I didn't side it in once. I didn't like it. It was awful. It was just, so useless. But it should be a second prison. That's what it should be. But it was a Mind Crush during the event. And then finally, I side the Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon because, you never know when you're going to play a random machine deck like Gadgets or something. So, yeah, the 2 Banishers, I would replace them with 2 Bottomless Trap Holes because, as I said before, I played a lot of beatdown decks. I didn't expect them in anti-meta and stuff. And double Bottomless would have helped so much more. Just oh my god. Yeah, when I played in the regional qualifier after I scrubbed out of the nationals, I made those changes I was talking about with the side Bottomless and second prison, and it helped so much because I just played so many beatdown decks, a lot more than I expected. So yeah, that is the whole deck. That was a long video, 13 minutes, but hope you're not too bored with it, or maybe you're already gone, I don't know. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Actually, I want to talk about one thing. I'm not going to be making a video for a long time, at least 3 weeks, because today in 2 hours I'm leaving for an overnight camp that lasts for 2 weeks. So I'm not going to be coming home for 2 weeks. And some stupid photojournalism camp. My mom just signed me up for it, and I really don't want to go, but I gotta go anyway. And then right after I come back, I'm gonna be going on a family vacation for 9 days. So that's gonna blow, well, it's not gonna blow, it's gonna be fun, but I'm not gonna be able to make any videos. And I got a new laptop, very powerful, should be able to handle Let's Plays fine, and that's supposed to be coming in on Monday, but I'm gonna be at camp, and then by the time I come back for vacation, it's gonna be August 17th. That's when I'm back from vacation. So, and then after that, I gotta start my college apps, and I've gotta finish my schoolwork, which I haven't even started. It's I've been so caught up with volunteering and that kind of stuff, summer jobs. So yeah, I'll try and see if I can get some videos in when I come back. But I know I said at the beginning of the summer I'd make lots of videos, and I have failed in that regard. I am very sorry. It's just life. Sometimes you're just really busy, and there's nothing you can do about that. So I'm really sorry. I know a lot of people have been unsubscribing to me. That's totally fine. If you're just sick of me not uploading enough videos for you, that's fine. I'd really appreciate it if you just stuck around. And my videos, I'd like to think that I make quality videos and that you guys like them. I try and please you guys. That's my goal. That's all I've ever wanted to do. Just put up content and for other people to see. So yeah, that's enough of me rambling. I don't know how to end this video. You know, I'll just say lol cake out or something corny like that. Alright, see ya.